Welcome back to Boy You Have Seen Nothing. And this month's episode of Boy You Have Seen Nothing is going to be on Memento. Enjoy. Hey, what's up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Memento. So, Memento stars Guy Pearce, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Joe Perlenthy, and what this film is about. It's about this guy who is trying to look for the man that raped and murdered his wife. And there's one little problem to this. The guy has a little bit of memory loss. Not necessarily where he can't remember his name or anything. It's just he can't make new memories. So he has to take photographs, take notes, and whatever to remember these certain memories to remind himself. So yeah. So, what did I think of Memento? Now, Memento is a movie that I've heard so much about, but I really, didn't know too much about the movie itself, if you know what I mean. Like, all I knew really is that Guy Pearce and Carrie-Anne Moss were in it, and it was directed by Christopher Nolan, and just the basic plot that I just gave you. That's all I really knew about this movie going into it. So, having seen the movie now, and yeah, what a movie. Like, what a movie. This is a movie that messes with your mind. This movie is quite amazing. It is an incredible movie. I absolutely loved Memento. Memento is quite the movie, if you ask me. It is such a fantastic film. So let's get into my positives with the film. My positives are, first being the acting. The acting was really good in this movie. I thought everyone did a pretty good job in the film. Guy Pearce was fantastic. This might be the best role I've ever seen him do. That's tough. Between this or The Rover, it's very, very tough. But he was really great. I thought he did an absolutely fantastic job in this movie. He was really great, really brought, a nice presence to his character, and I quite enjoyed him a lot. He was really, really enjoyable. He really was. I thought just his acting was fantastic, and he did an absolutely great job in this film. Carrie-Anne Moss was really good too. I did enjoy her in the movie. She did a very good job in my opinion as well. Joe Perlenthy plays this guy named Tommy, and he's quite great. Like, he really is. Some people might take this as a little bit of an over-the-top character. Like, if it was done the wrong way, I believe this would have been an over-the-top character, but the way Christopher Nolan kind of takes this character, and the way Joe Perlenthy takes this performance, he actually does a great job, and he was really enjoyable in this movie. So, yeah, Joe Perlenthy was great in the movie, so, yeah. Now, the way the movie, I can't really spoil it, because, I will say this, kind of be like me with this movie. Kind of know really nothing about it, and just go and watch it. Because, yeah, that's what I did. My mind was blown so much. I will just say this. The way the movie tells its story and the way it progresses is quite fantastic, and it's unlike anything I've ever seen in a movie. That's all I'll say. And it's some of the best storytelling I think I've ever seen in film. Like, it is really fantastic how they tell the story in this movie, and it's quite amazing, and it works 100% in this movie. Like, the way they tell the story in this film is actually quite amazing, and I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. It really is. I absolutely love how this movie tells its story in the film. It's absolutely great. So yeah. Also, the twists and turns that this movie takes is really good too. I really like that a lot. The writing is fantastic. It's absolutely great. The dialogue between all the characters are fantastic. It's a very, very well-written movie. It really is. I thought, it's a very great, well-written movie. It really is, some fantastic writing. The directing is absolutely phenomenal with this movie. It's directed, of course, by the one, the only Christopher Nolan, who, of course, directed Dark Knight trilogy and Inception. But before those films, this was his big break, I guess you could say. This was really the introduction to Christopher Nolan to the world, and he does such a fantastic job directing this movie. It's very well shot, very well editing. The editing with this movie is fantastic. I gotta say, the editing is quite fantastic with this movie. The cinematography is absolutely gorgeous with the movie. It has some fantastic cinematography. It really is. It's very gorgeous looking. And yeah, Christopher Nolan just does absolutely fantastic job directing this movie, and just the way that, he takes this movie is absolutely incredible. And, in the only way I guess you could say Christopher Nolan can do it, and he does an absolutely great job directing this film, and, he just did such an incredible job. I absolutely loved his directing with the movie. And the movie is an hour and 53 minutes, and there was no point in this movie where I felt disinterested. I was glued to the screen the entire time. I was so invested with this movie, and plus it moves at a pretty nice pace, actually. It's not fast paced or anything, but it does move at a nice, natural pace. Like, I never felt bored, or I never felt like it was rushing itself. It actually moved at a pretty nice, natural pace. And I was so invested with this movie, like 100% invested in it, and could not wait to see what happens next. So overall, Memento is quite fantastic. It is unlike any other film I've ever seen, to be honest. It's definitely a very unique movie, and it's quite fantastic. So aside from my official grade on Memento, my official grade on Memento without question, and it definitely deserves this, is an A+. It's an absolutely fantastic movie. If you have not seen, okay, listen, if you have not seen this movie and you are like me and you literally knew nothing, kind of know like little to nothing about this movie, go and watch it. Like, just go and watch it right now, because that's what I did. I kind of went in blind with this movie, and I was completely blown away. Like, I could not believe what I saw in a good way. Like, it's quite fantastic. It's a very unique movie, and I absolutely loved it, and it definitely deserves an A+. So, if you have seen Memento, what did you think of it? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm FilmFan0599, and we'll see you about later. Peace.